Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Tinicomo. We're going to do one cast this evening. Oh gosh, 18th of June. I had to write it down earlier today. I boated up here, same place I was last night, and they have shut the water off just like they did last night, but the fish are not really rising like they were. But I wanted to come up here and throw a fly rod and throw a soft tackle. I'll put a picture up. It's a number 14 red soft tackle. I've got 5X tippet, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it. There's a little bit of chop on the water, which is good. The current's really starting to slow down. It was running pretty good when I got up here, but on my way up I called and there was 0 units running. So, oh, they're coming up. They're starting to come up a little bit. What this soft tackle does, it imitates those midges. Oh yeah, they're just on the surface. And it is a bait. Comes somebody. Trying to beat the water, I guess. You work it real fast, short and fast is how I do it. Little strip. Got Steve Dickey ahead of us. Hopefully they're gonna hit it. They've already, oh come on. A lot of times the fly is not on the surface but just below it, and you can see the fish come up and hit it. You can see the wake. I love throwing a soft tackle because you're doing something all the time. You can also target fish. You can see them when they rise. You can throw at them. See if you can catch that fish that's feeding. Had one come up really close to where my fly is. It's like everything else. Sometimes they're not on what you're throwing. You vary, like I've slowed down my strip a little bit. See if they want something a little slower. They're still coming up. They didn't run water all day. They ran 4 units for about 2 hours. 2 or 3, 4 hours. Okay, I'm going to switch up my strip again. There's some people over there on the bank and they've got a yuppie dog. It really kind of ruins the tranquility of the evening. If you have a yuppie dog, I'm sorry if it offends you, but Steve's guys just landed a nice fish. If you got current just like this, you can just let it swing too. There's no wrong way to work a soft tackle. You just have to figure out what they're in the mood for. Oh. Already caught one on a real nice rainbow on a 32nd ounce jig. So I know that's going to work. But that's what I threw last night. The take is usually pretty hard. You don't set the hook, you just kind of lift the rod and get the rod tight. Kind of hooks himself. Hold the rod tip real close to the water because you don't want a belly in your line when you're stripping. Oh, there, Steve's got a family out. He's having a good time. Got new batteries in my mic system. I even tested it, make sure it was working. I'm gonna have to get off this midge because they're just not eating a midge right now. It's either they're not hatching, they're not hatching enough to really get them going. They're not hungry. I have not had one rise yet. Last cast. Sometimes you can strip it and stop it, and they'll hit it. Well, at least you can watch somebody catch a fish. I'll let you watch Steve's guys catch fish. Yeah, that's a nice 17, 18-inch rainbow. Okay, we're gonna go to the jig. Yeah, check. We're gonna throw a jig. 2-pound line, 3/32 ounce brown jig with a, I'm sorry, black jig with a brown head. What are you fishing with? Jig?
Yeah. Peach olive.
Peach olive?
They got white on. They've got some on the house too.
Yeah.
So they got scoping on. They got white on. They're biting. That dude's got a real quit.
They're fishing jigs under a float.
You know how to time good?
Okay. Watch Steve for a minute. I'm going to throw at this bank for a minute. Ooh, there's one that grows. They are not. It just goes to show you fishing's fishing. They're not acting the same way they were last night at all. I'll throw a 16th ounce here in a second. Get it down a little further. Okay. Well, I don't have a 16th ounce. That's right. I'm stuck with the 32nd ounce. Well, I was going to mention a couple of things. We met my daughter and her 3 kids, our grandkids, over at Dogwood Canyon this morning, and we took our bikes over, and we got a season pass. And we rode the trail up to the top and back. Stopped and had lunch. It was a lot of fun. If you've never been to Dogwood Canyon, it's a pretty impressive place. Johnny Morris, he's bought a little less than 11,000 acres. He's literally bought the whole water basin of this Dogwood Canyon, this watershed creek that comes in. It's full of caves and waterfalls and springs. He's built a real nice trail up there with I don't know how many bridges. Some of them were built by the Amish. They're either stone or wood. Beautiful place. Would highly recommend going. Lots of things to do and see there. But if you want to go on the tram ride, they have a tram that goes through the park. You've got to call 2 or 3 days ahead and reserve. When we were there at the front gate, there were lots and lots of people that came in and were asking about the tram ride. And that's what they were told. So you've got to call for reservations if you want to go on their tram ride. And that takes you to several places that you can't bike or hike to. Can't believe I'm not going to get to fish. Let's see. I want to do. I'm going to back out a little bit. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, and I've talked about it before, and if you guys have watched this through the years, I go up to Alaska to a friend's place almost every year. He's on the Naknek River. It's Naknek River Camp, and then he's got Katmai Trophy Lodge. He's got two places up there. And as you would expect, his business is going to be off this season by quite a bit. He traveling, getting up there, you got to fly, of course, and a lot of people aren't too crazy about flying right now. But he said that dog just switched places. He's now over on this side of the lake. Maybe it's another one. Anyhow, I would highly recommend going. He's going to be running some specials on into July and August. Said he's pretty busy during sockeye season, but sockeye season runs about 3 weeks, and he said he's busy for a week, and that's the 1st of July. First couple weeks of July. Yeah, it's got to be the same dog. Yeah, it is. How'd they get over there that quick? Oh my gosh. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, if you're able, time-wise, money-wise, if you always wanted to go to Alaska, this would be a great time to go. Message me, comment, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me, and I can give you that information. And I'm sure I'll be talking about it a couple more times this summer. I'm going to try to get up there this fall. That's if we slow down our business. If it slows down some, I'll try to get up there. Just had one midge right out there. See if I can catch him. Yeah, I gotta watch where I'm drifting. I'm just about ready to go over a bar, and like I said last night, you can kind of get stuck up here, the water dropping out. As long as Steve's up here, I can get out, because Steve's got a lot more people in his boat. Actually, 2 boats ahead of me. crazy. Ooh, I'm getting in some shallow water. I'm gonna have to move over. I see fish down there. It's all kind of fish. I do have a sculpin and peach 32nd ounce. See if that little bit of light color makes a difference. Steve's still catching them down there on his jig and float rig. Steve went to Alaska with me 4 or 5 years ago. He went in September. Caught some. He lost him. lost. We caught some really nice big rainbows. 30. Caught several in the 32, 33 inch range. Oh, they got another one. This stinks, fishing wise. It's an awesome evening. Just awesome. Now the shows have opened. Quite a few of the shows have opened, and Hagen's had they've already had, there's some nice fish. They've already had several shows. Clay Cooper, most of the, saw where Soji's not going to have a show this year. He's going to fish all summer. Silver Dollar City is open, and I heard that you have to call or you have to make reservations to go to Silver Dollar City now. I just don't know about that. I got to find out more information on that. I know that they'd probably limit the number of people that would go in the park. They didn't seem to be too concerned about it at Dogwood. Of course, it wasn't super busy there. Going down the chute right now, it's faster and shallower here. If I'm going to pick up a fish, it's going to be here. I would think. See if they want to chase. Okay. I'm just gonna be my last cast. Oh, I think I had my first bite. You know what that means? I gotta throw again. This is really cool. I mean, I like fishing this water, just barely moving. I know it's draining out, so it's getting slower and slower, and it's getting a lot more shallow. I got one. Sound like a pretty good one. Got chances of thunderstorms here the next few days. They're supposed to be small and pop up quick and be gone quick, so they're not expecting any accumulation. Actually should help the fishing, especially the clouds. No fish on one cast. Excellent conditions. Maybe poor presentation, I don't know. They're catching fish, but they're catching fish in a jig and bobber, which I'm not crazy about. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.